Oh, the transition didn't work. Got to really fuck it up again. Fucked it up as like always.
God dang it.
Yep. How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the show. I'm McCrae, and your host with the most that boasts the most hostness is Cameron Hurd. Cameron, how's it going?
What's up, everybody? I am Cameron Hurd.
So I'm just gonna put out a disclaimer right now. This has happened like almost every show that we've had so far. We always get the little follower every time someone follows the channel or likes it or whatever. There's like a sound drop notification that goes on in the background. I'm sure some of you have noticed it. Yes, I cannot figure out how to stop it, and it's gonna haunt me forever. I can't do it. It's in the background. It should not be happening. It's a ghost. There's a ghost in the shell. Yep, there's a ghost in the machine. I don't know how to stop it. That's a little disclaimer. Also on top, what else we should say? Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe. It's free.
Yep, and also if you have any questions, make sure you start thinking of them now so that we can take some questions at the end if we have time. Cameron, we just watched the episode. It was a two-parter. We're not going to talk about yesterday's episode because fuck it. Let's hear it. Where do we start?
All right, let's just start with what everybody cares about. Ross losing, really, because I thought... Yeah. Well, if you're watching this, you already know. I'm assuming you know what's going on in so far.
Yes.
But, I really thought when Marissa won, no matter who she brought to the finals with her, she was going to lose to them.
Oh, really?
So I was like, oh, she's terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going to win because she didn't have any competitions. Even in the edit, it didn't really have her doing anything except for like laughing hysterically just to like make fun of her. So it didn't make any sense to me. So I just thought no matter who she's sitting next to, she's going to lose. So I was fine with her taking Ross.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think her best odds were against Mark. I mean, in hindsight, we know what we know, of course. But I thought, like, she had to pick Mark, in my opinion. I thought. Yeah, I mean, Bradley Boy in the chat here says there's another reason why you should think about jury control. I mean, that's pretty much what I want to talk about this episode is, like, jury management. Like, what do you think jury management is to you? Like, what does that mean? Like, is there such thing as a bitter jury?
Yeah, okay, so I think it all depends on the people that you are surrounded by in the game, and that should dictate how you play. I used to always go in thinking, in Survivor or Big Brother, it's you got to play ruthlessly, get to the end, and the jury will appreciate that. But now, more and more, it's less about that. It's more about how you made the people feel while you're there.
Is this symptomatic of what we're experiencing as a country right now?
That's getting a little deep.
These are the things I want to talk. No, of course that's an extrapolation, but go on, sorry.
Yeah, Omarosa here, talking about the country.
Yeah, but you're right. Like, it is more about, like, feelings and how, like, you made someone else feel in the house. But, I mean, we saw Shannon Elizabeth seem so bitter, and she's such a super fan where I feel like this kind of thing is usually reserved for casuals and, newbies that don't know what they're getting into. They have no respect for the game, and then we see someone like Shannon do this. I mean, should I be upset about this? Like, I mean, she's such a fan of the game. Is she disrespecting the game by voting the way she did? Or not even that, but, like, being so obviously what most people would be considered as bitter.
Yeah, I don't think it is bitter. I think it is all about jury management. And if you become close, and in this season especially, because everybody's going to watch everything, if you become totally close with somebody and then betray them, then it's going to leave a bitterness in your heart, right? Usually people have a little bit more time to think about it, and with this shortened season, Shannon Elizabeth was out after, 13 days, and that's the only amount of time she got to live her dream, and it got taken away by the two people that were in the finale. So I see bitterness now differently than I did before being on the show.
Do you want to go on about that? Do you
Yeah.
want to?
Right. Yeah.
Elaborate.
So there is so the reason I think that Ross ended up losing, because it wasn't because Marissa played a better game. It wasn't because she won competitions. I think it was because Ross made everybody feel so comfortable and so like he was like their only one, and then he betrayed them, which it's Big Brother, and you're getting yourself into that. However, when you say I'm your number one and I'm not going to betray you, and you betray somebody, it hurts like your core, because you'll never even had a chance in there, because if your one ride or die betrays you so early on, it's kind of insulting to a person's intelligence.
Absolutely, I can see that. I mean, like, shit, revenge is a dish best served cold. Nothing beats fucking a cold ass vote from, fuck you, you're not getting the money. I mean, shit. I mean, there's something that should be said about being like, oh yeah, well, it's revenge. Like, I'm gonna get fucking back. Like, you're gonna dog me like this, I'm gonna fucking, you're gonna get yours.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I hear that from like a lot of people that I've talked to. I shouldn't name names. I guess it doesn't really matter. But like a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, it's like bitter jury. Like I've talked to people that most would consider bitter jury members. And I've talked to someone that a lot of people would be on, like, consider to be on the receiving edge of a bitter jury, like Ian Terry. Like Ian Terry will go up and down and tell you how Dan was just like an absolutely just like he didn't manage the jury well. And like the way Ian puts it, like, I get it, and it makes sense, and I totally believe it. But then, like, some of the other jury that I talk to, like, to me, it just seems like, oh, it sounds like you're a child that, like, needs his ego stroked. I don't know. That's just what I think.
I think...
But is that, like, do you have to stroke ego then? Do you have to, like, suck their dick before they leave? Or
True, because Marissa, one thing that she did that Ross didn't do is she complimented people while they were up there. She kept saying that they're beautiful and all that, and Ross just talked strictly about game, and his answers seemed, like, rehearsed, and Marissa's were really off the cuff, and you could tell just by the way she was answering questions, it was just, like, droning on, but that was like how she was feeling. So maybe that it definitely swayed James's vote, which I was surprised by. I never thought anybody had their votes changed, and I don't know what particular moment James
believe it. Don't believe
you don't think so?
I don't believe that for a second. No way.
Yeah.
What in her speech was like, oh, that's it. Wrap it up. This one's a lock. Like, what changed his mind? That's the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. That's a fucking PR points up the wazoo. What a brave stance. Like, whoa, change my... No one's ever changed any mind. So what I want to talk about is, like, like, what do they call it? What was I... man, now I lost my train of thought. God damn it. I think that, like... Okay, so this is what it was. Ross, like, a lot of people are like, oh, only now, once Ross got out of the house, is he like defending his game, or like he's owning his game, which I think is like, there is something to be said about that. Like, I respect a person that goes up there and would be like, yeah, I fucking backstabbed you, like, I had to, because you're so smart, like, I had to get you out the only way I could, just by lying and manipulating, whatever like, that's what I want, me personally, but like, owning your game. People say this all the time. Like, they say it about Paul or whatever. Like, Paul didn't own his game when he was up there. To me, I also think that's kind of bullshit, where it's like, what words did he have to say that would have changed anyone's mind? I don't think there's any words out there that, like, people's minds aren't changed. They like you said, they come out with their feelings and how they feel, and that doesn't change. Like, and a lot of times it just gets hardened. Like, their resolve is just like, yeah, no, I really fucking hate this person now that I've had time to think about it. Hate him more.
But Paul was different, because Paul was also lying in the goodbye messages, and then they had to piece it together later, and then that made him distrust and dislike Paul even more. If Paul would have said in his goodbye messages, hey, I'm working with Christmas and Josh because I think I could beat them in the end. I'm sorry, you're a great competitor. That would have been different. But he was just like, oh, we got duped, and that's why I think that people are more insulted. But But in this instance, I think that Ross was just he was just not playing with a group of people that respected that type of gameplay. You have Adriana like jumping up and down that she got evicted.
She was smiling like she didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here? What is going on? Does she know the rules?
Yeah.
I thought that was
So
really funny.
I think that is also a big factor of that. But and the amount of girl power that there was this season, it
So
was
when you're
like
evicting,
an
so do you think that like Ross didn't take into account a lot of this stuff? Like, is that really the reason why he is not winning tonight? He just didn't take in. He should have. I don't know.
I'm really struggling to figure out why he didn't win, because he had the competitions, right?
Yeah.
He even in Marissa's like speech at the end, she was like stroking Ross's like what he did.
Yeah.
Like they said, "What's your biggest move?"
Yeah.
And she
She's
said,
like, "Oh, I was
"Listening
next to Ross." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which there
And
is
I was
something to
just-
be said about like being with the right people, but come on.
Yeah, but when your biggest move is to sit next to the person that brought you there, which is also right next to you,
That's why I
That's
don't
not your-
believe.
that's not
I
a big
don't
move.
believe anyone's minds were changed. Like,
Her-
there's no way any of those speeches change anyone's mind, because if anything, they change them towards Ross.
yeah, if her answer there should have been like, he wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me in the final two winning.
Yep.
He would be. So the only reason, but obviously, whatever answer she had, it's better than like what I would have provided. She
Ross seemed
won
like
the
he was, yeah. No, I mean, like, but even Ross, he seemed like he wasn't as like good as he usually is. Like he stumbled a little bit. Like it wasn't anything serious, but I mean, like if he was a figure skater, it'd be like like some points off the top. But
Yeah.
I thought like other than that, his speech was pretty good. I mean, yeah, knowing myself, I'd get up there and be like, just a fumble bumble son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think the biggest votes that Ross lost was Shannon, because he didn't really apologize for saying, because Marissa apologized saying that she was a big threat and the only way we could get her out is a back door.
Yeah.
And like maybe she respected that, and Ross just was like pivoting the whole time.
Pivot.
Yeah, it's so difficult in this situation, because the house guests did get to see the DRs, and you could argue that because of that Ross didn't win and Shannon won.
Danielle Reyes.
Yeah. So who knows if they're going to do that again in the future?
Yeah.
Because I think that could be the only defining moment.
So it was 3-6, right?
Yeah.
The votes were. So yeah, whose does he have to change? Was Meta's vote really a random vote?
Okay, I don't think it was random.
I think that was like a PR move for him.
Yeah, he was just because he
Trying to be
asked like
nice.
Julie. Yeah, he asked Julie which one was it before, and then he's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm just going to do it random," when he probably already had the one. I don't think
Yeah.
it was random.
I agree. People, no, I think that was him fucking around and like him trying to like, because then he can be like, oh no, I wanted to vote for you, I just picked randomly. So then he gets to the best of both worlds, like Gina Marie is like, you should have voted for me, bro. Like always, like you don't have to deal with none of that shit. Which is
Like
great.
it was random.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the easiest out. Like as soon as I saw him do that, I was like, "Fuck, that is a genius move." Like no one, because anyone that like is like, "Why did you vote this way?" Like some random person on the street, you can always be like, "It was I random picked
was
it.
just
This is random,
random.
total random."
But the problem
So
is, if you
smart.
do that, the producers are never going to bring you back.
That's true. Did you hear the audience? The audience was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
like
they're like,
gasped.
no. Even
Yeah.
Ross and Marissa,
Just
they were
like,
both like,
what?
"Don't."
I love that. That's funny. So good. But yeah, so like, who else's vote? Like, it's all girls, so like the girls have the voting block majority.
Yeah. Did any
Shannon-
girls vote for Ross? Did any of
I
them?
don't think so.
We got Mark, we got Meta, and I can't remember who the other one was.
Mark, Meta, wasn't James.
Yeah.
It was someone surprising, wasn't it?
It wasn't Ari.
Was it Brandy?
Who came in? Oh yeah, it was Brandy. It was Brandy.
Good
Yeah.
for her. Throwing out a crazy vote. Like she's not a
There we
sheep.
go.
She's not a fucking sheep at all. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah, now it's in the chat.
Yeah, that's an
Perfect.
awesome. That's a great vote for her. I think. That just like to me is like she'll do whatever the fuck she wants every time.
I also think that Brandy and Ross know each other too.
Yeah, it sounds like they kind of run in the same circles.
Okay.
Or
So that
shit.
might have.
I don't know. That probably also helps. Yeah. Then, I mean, what do you think about like Shannon and Omarosa? Like, were they both trying to like influence the jury while they're sitting there?
See, Omarosa was so fresh out that I can understand why she was bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ross was gunning after her the whole time, and he even said before the season even started, "I don't want to see Omarosa in the house." And then, so he was trying from the get-go to get her out.
Yep.
But I don't understand why Shannon voted that way. I don't understand why Chuck voted that way.
Mandy Pandy in the chat says Shannon and Marissa also knew each other before they went into the house, I think, and that's definitely true. I mean, they highlighted that in the episode.
That's true.
I bet that definitely plays into it. Again, like having a friend, like even if they fucked you over, like you'd still be like, fuck, like I'm gonna give it to them over some other person that fucked me over that I don't really know that well.
That's
like,
true.
Every fucking time. I don't know. I think there's something to do with that, I guess, but
that is, I completely forgot about that, and I definitely think that's what happened.
At least on that vote.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got James's vote, and I don't know. I can understand Chuck maybe because he didn't. Who knows if he even kept up?
Going on. Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. He fucking his Twitter assistant kept up or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that just I don't know.
All right, so now we're like getting into does in Big Brother, does the best player always win? Like, because last season you had Josh winning, and he was arguably like not the best player by far. You got Marissa winning,
it's a fucking can of worms.
Yeah,
that's such a can of worms because like a lot of times, like I don't think what I think is the best player is like that's where we'd have to start at like what is the best player? How do you define best player? Like, and I guess in that like categorization is winning the game like the defining trait. So like I mean, to me, I think I don't know. I can't say anything because I know like people get pissed. I feel like no one's watching, obviously, but I mean, it's just like I know some winners that everyone says like second place should have won, but to me, I'm like, fuck, like there's something about this dude like or girl that's really smart. I don't know. It's tough for me. It's weird because I know these people now, or a lot of these people I know.
Yeah. I think that the best player doesn't always win. You see Vanessa in Big Brother 17 not winning. You look at Paul played a great game in my season, but he didn't win. Very controversial.
Yeah.
You get Paul in 18, who probably should have won.
Yeah.
It's 16. Derek won, and he definitely played the best game. But he also played down how much he was playing the game too.
Yeah.
So
and arguably played with some of the dumbest. Arguably, that's what I read on Reddit, anyways. So I don't know if that's true. That is.
Yeah, who knows? Those Reddit people. Yeah. You get Dan losing to Ian.
By Ian.
Yeah. So rarely does the actual best player in the final two
see, like those
win.
like some are debatable. I don't know. Like we got to get Ian on here. I'm sure he's told it fucking a million different times on a million different podcasts, but like I want him just to get his fucking like his account of why he won or why he's better than Dan. Because like fuck, I don't know. I believe him. I believe him 100%, but I don't know.
I trust me. loved Ian during his season. He's the reason why I got into Big Brother.
Okay.
And I was really happy when he won.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm starting to think it's not really just based on 100% gameplay. If you're a game bot, if you're like a totally, I'm here to lie, cheat, steal, and do whatever, that's actually, you're setting yourself up for failure. Actually, you gotta build these bonds and let them die gracefully. And tell them exactly why.
And that's pretty much what we are seeing a lot more. Like, I mean, Survivor even, it seemed like they definitely led the charge on this, where it's just like some of these people, like Russell Hanson shit, like, man, that was a fucking, I love Russell, and it was just like, man, this show sucks compared to Big Brother. When Big Brother's fucking rewarding, cheating, lying, and manipulating, like, I love that. Like, that's why I was like, I'm Big Brother all the way, you know? But, like, now we're getting into, like, the same kind of area where it's just like, okay, I guess you gotta fucking be the nice guy or nice woman every time, you know? That sucks. Like, that's not fun to fucking watch, you know?
In Survivor, you also have a very short window to get over it. Yeah, and even now, you got, like, Aubrey losing in the finals versus Michelle. Yeah. And Michelle was, like, nowhere near as good as Aubrey.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. Like, these Survivor seasons come and go so fast. I can remember so much Big Brother shit and nothing from Survivor. It's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of, Survivor's coming up on this Wednesday. Pretty excited about that. Sir Don and Laurel. So pumped about that. If anyone's in the Minnesota area, Minneapolis, on Wednesday we're going to do a viewing party at Joe Sensor's something, Bar and Grill. It's going to be at 6:45 or something. I don't know. I'm going to be there drinking, watching some Survivor with Laurel. It's going to be a fucking blast. Get on out there. Have a good time. That's just a little plug ski. But that's going to be good. But, I mean, I know that we're probably not done talking about this, but I know that they're going to have a Big Brother Canada, some sort of reveal, some shit after that episode of Survivor, which will be huge.
Really?
Or during the commercial breaks, something like that. Like, they're gonna have some sort of reveal. And tonight they revealed like some castmates. They didn't show names or anything. They showed images. One of these people is like a Rob has a podcast regular supposedly, and so Twitter was going bonkers for this girl, Kirsten, I believe her name is. Everyone's real pumped. About Canada.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yeah, look up. Yeah, maybe go to Twitter and then look up Kirsten, I guess. I don't know, because everyone was like, holy shit, Kirsten's on it! But I was just like, I don't know who this is. I don't give a fuck. If it's not my boy, Smurf Gator, Colt Man's going to be on there. Or fucking Tim C. or A Mile Away, any of the boys.
Whatever.
Yep, but I mean, so that's exciting. We're already going to get some news this week. We've got a week break till Canada, essentially. And we're probably going to do this same kind of thing, I think. Like, a little bit different days or schedule. Or days or something, you know.
What'd you think of the... Hold on. I'm going to start and bring us back to this episode.
That's good. I fucking knew I was getting off topic here.
All right. So what'd you think of that this competition where they were texting?
I thought that was fucking annoying. Where that was, to me, it was like Big Brother's like, all right, we gotta fucking milk these motherfuckers while we still got them. We got them for one more day. Get them in the fucking booth right here. Make them look at a phone, smile, cry, and like, but like the things we're like saying back and forth, like, man, if I had to like read that shit out loud, sometimes I'd be pissed. Like, oh yeah, fuck you. Like, I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm about to punch Judd in the mouth. Like, fuck this shit. I don't know,
That's so funny, man.
It's like, but it was a weird comp. Like, I thought it was like good concept, but like execution was like not so great. Where it's just like it was too long and like too long-winded. I was like, fucking A, like this is just eating up showtime, and I think that's what it was designed for.
That was great. I love your extreme reaction to it.
I was thinking about it when I was watching it. I was just like, God damn it, let's go! Like, I like Q&A is just quick, not this fucking bullshit. Like, I'm too anxious.
Like, pretend yelling at each other.
Yeah, like, well, fuck you, James. You're a real fucking dick. Like,
hashtag go suck my dick.
Yeah. Hashtag creamulum. Or what? One of Brandy's was really good though. Hers was hashtag, or it was Big Time Lush, or it was
Yeah.
James to
James
Brandy.
to-
Big
yeah.
Time Lush. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like, whatever that hashtag, I'd become an alcoholic if I was him, just so I could use that hashtag all the time. Big Time Lush. Yeah, it reminded me of Mount Lushmore from The Simpsons. Mount Lushmore is super good too. Yes. I thought that was an interesting one. Props to fucking Heath. Heath always puts a great job out there. Fucking nothing but respect for that dude and his work and his crew.
I was also surprised that because whenever they have the competition and they have the basically where it's a tiebreaker, I always like try and guess along and be like, how well would I do?
Yeah.
And afterwards, it said they went for 700 seconds, which is what 12 and a half minutes, something like that.
It's
They made that competition look like it went for 30 minutes.
Yep. The editing, yep. I mean, like, that's a sign of a good editor, at least, Like, fuck, they're doing their job, where it's like, yeah, they're pulling fucking blood from a stone. Yeah, I hate that, because it's like, and I'm sure they don't like doing that either, because that kind of shows, like, reveals behind the curtain, It's like what we were talking about last time with the fucking, that one... It took longer than the fucking edit did. Or it took shorter, That's insane. But yeah, again, much respect for the fucking editing team. Like, I think is it just me, or have the sound effects been out of control? Like, in a great way. But the sound effects have been fucking so over the top, where it's like, if I was going on the show, I would start planning where they're gonna put in sound effects, like, oh, bing bang, like you'd start like fucking practicing mannerisms, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get some sweet sound effects on this maneuver. Like, I don't know. I think, like, I love the sound effects, but it seems like they amped it up this year. I don't know.
I think they've been pretty good actually the last couple of years. Like they have been like pretty good with Christmas's foot. They were like making it sound like mechanical. They've been having fun with it. So I think the editing team is awesome.
Yep, I think they're super good. They usually put together a fucking really good piece of work. I'm like, but I still, man, those Canada edits in the beginning where it's like, previously on Big Brother Canada, and they've got the fucking.
I can't believe that you
insane.
I can't believe that you like that.
I love that production. Like, to me, that's just like, that's putting so much extra time. Like, some motherfucker has to do that work, and that's what I respect, where it's like, fuck, they're giving some dude money to go over the top with fucking, I can't even think of what the fucker's name is. But yeah, it's just like, some of the images and stuff look so cool, where it's like, that's a fucking awesome background for that person's, like, computer forever,
But I don't like it. I don't like the intro is way too long in BB Can, and we're getting off topic again.
I mean, let's because I definitely there's a little bit more to talk about for Big Brother Canada. I just remembered, but let's finish out our coverage of US, I guess. I mean,
I wanted to talk about the other episode, or the other competition where they're on the skis.
Oh yeah,
because that was cool.
Yeah,
and different.
Really,
and
awesome
I love like newer competitions.
Yep.
I didn't like the days competition that they had, because they had 8 options, and it's basically like you could just go in order.
Yeah, exactly. If you know anything about fucking like how logic works, like you can reason out the right answers. So to me, it's like, how could anyone not get 8? Like, and another thing about that one is like, they were in the house for like less than 29 days. Like, try remembering like 60 plus days and what happened on 60 plus days. Like, that's fucking nuts. Like, come on, you guys got 1 right. Omarosa got 1 right.
Got 1.
How?
And she's like, oh, I've been watching forever. But she doesn't like remember that she should know the days.
I also like want to give her like, she probably had no one to study with. I'm guessing that was what her problem was. Ross and Marissa sit and can study back and forth off of each other. They trust each other, so they can give each other information about the days and remember days together, go over them together. Omarosa didn't have anyone like that, where it's like they trusted her no matter what, where they could sit and go over days. Like, I would sit and do days with Omarosa, but I'd fucking give her fake days and fuck up with her information, Like, that's what I would do, but like, that's the thing, is she had no one to study with her ever. So I think that's probably why she did so pitifully. But again, like you were saying, that's the thing where it's like they didn't even have fake numbers up there to fuck with them. It was just straight up, that's 8 numbers. Like, you only need to know 2 dates to fucking essentially just figure out the rest from process elimination.
It was basically like, oh, which one of these events happened first, and then just go down the line.
Which one happened last? Yeah, exactly.
And one of them was the last day, which I'm surprised Omarosa didn't get right.
Well, that must have been the only one she got right, I'd imagine. I don't know.
I don't know which one she got right.
Yeah, that one seemed like that was the celebrity handicap one, where it's like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The other thing about that one is, like, in the beginning, like, Ross and Marissa, they're, like, climbing up the side. Like, Ariadna, she was fucking just climbing the whole front face of it. Like,
she was just
like, gives a fuck.
Fucking launching yourself up.
Which, like... Because to me, I would have been the person like, I'm going to take the stairs, like, all gingerly. Yeah, like, so smart to just be like, no, fuck this. Like, yeah, go on the outside. Just fuck it up. They had to have planned to put body weight everywhere. I like, she always has the opportunity to be like, oh, I don't understand. Like, it's not my first language, you know? And
that's also another thing that I'm impressed with. I'm impressed because Big Brother is a social game, and this is not her first language.
Yeah,
so
dude,
the fact that
absolutely
made it
that's
so
huge.
far.
Yeah, that's super, super huge. That says something about her as a person, I think, a lot. Like, her personality is fucking overcomes language barriers. The other thing about that competition, though, is I don't remember who it was, but they dropped their 9 from the top to the bottom. So that's broken. That's a broken game mechanic already, because unless he had, or whoever it was, had to go down all the way to the bottom, grab that number, then go all the way back up, I would have knocked half the numbers down onto the ground, which ones I know, so that I can, like, put the top up, jump down, go grab one at a time and put them back up. Like, to me, that's a mechanic that I would have abused. I mean, probably not, but in hindsight now, like, that seems abusable. Because unless you have to re-tag up back on the top, I don't know.
I don't think they
some clarification with Heath on that one. I'd love to have that motherfucker on this show.
There's always so much more rules than
exactly, and that's what I want to know. Like, I want to know, like, some of the inside baseball of these rules, and I think a lot of people do too. I don't know though. What else?
Yeah, I liked the competitions this year, the different ones. I didn't like the day's competition at all.
They have that set. They break that set out every year. Doesn't it always? There's always a huge laptop set, right?
No. Is there?
Or it's like a screen or something. Like, it reminds me of the comic book one.
It's probably just a giant board, and they change it every year.
But I feel like it's always a laptop. I don't know. Could be wrong. Anyone in the chat? Back me up on that one. Probably wrong. Probably wrong. Let's see.
I wanted to do one of those. Like, there's so much things I want to do, so I can't even talk.
Oh, they're bringing you back. Oh, they're bringing you back.
Yeah, right.
Just don't trash talk them. Oh, thank you for that. Gifted sub, drunk ass. That's awesome. Much appreciated. I'm just going to talk over this alert right here because I cannot turn the alerts off, so we're just going to keep this going. It's John Locke from Lost saying, don't tell me what I can't do. Yeah, so, I mean, let's see. What else? I was really surprised that Ross won America's Favorite Player. Huge shock.
Yeah, and he came in second. I thought America's Favorite couldn't go to second.
They must have amended those rules for this one. Like,
because
that was weird to me.
Does that mean every time there was a second, that person wasn't America's favorite, or is it just that they're like, oh shit, Ross just lost?
I think that could have been it. I don't know. That seemed weird to me. It seems so weird.
Or did they, because there was 5 of them in the finale, they didn't know which person was going to win, so they just had to fucking.
That's probably
might not make it in.
Yeah, they probably just were like, "Fuck it, we'll just do everyone." Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. It was also weird that they did the way they did with like the double elimination, and like that means that power of like Final Four HOH power. That's just insane. Like pretty much you're
That's
just like, oh, okay, so that's the only one I really need to win, I guess. Like
yeah.
that's like when it comes down to like that's not even luck or like game sense or anything like that. Like getting to evict 2 people without playing a veto is fucking bonkers power. Really
To be
is.
fair, it's better than this is splitting hairs here, but I think it might be better than that final 3 HOH where you're basically doing true and false,
Oh,
where that is a coin flip. Like
I
here they actually
agree.
had to compete. Like
Yes.
there was so
I'll take that over that fucking the Q&A. Like they need to do something about that Q&A. They need to fucking play test a couple rounds online or some shit of something different because I can't stand that part. That part is so shitty. And like you said, it's a coin flip, and I think that's probably why they like it. But to me, that's fucking like it's so frustrating to watch where it's just like I know that it's random. Every one of them is random. Like it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Like it's random. I don't care what anyone says. Like you might know one person's, but there's no way you'll know what everyone says. And plus, like people that are being sarcastic and jackasses like me. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Because I just through the grapevine of that competition, it sounds like they ask you like 30 different questions on camera or
Yep.
something
Just a
like that,
bunch
and
of
then
stupid shit. Yep.
yeah, and then they just pick one randomly.
Yep.
So yeah, it could
And if
be
you're not in the
literally
fucking
anything.
mood, like I was, it's just like, oh yeah, what's your favorite thing in the house? Oh, I liked all the food. You know, like you're just being a fucking dick. Like, and then it comes out like, hey, I liked all the food. Like, I don't like you just fuck. Like, yeah, I was throwing out all because I knew that that's what they were doing. So I was throwing out random questions because are like random answers because then no one's ever gonna fucking be able to pick what I'm gonna say. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just do random shit. That's a one for you guys trying to apply. We should do an applications episode too. How to apply.
Yeah,
Especially since it's coming up.
yeah, I've got a lot of tips and tricks because well, I did a lot of research from when I applied. Like,
That's huge.
so I could just like condense it all for. I could do like a a Wikipedia article of everything on mine.
That'd be awesome. That'd be super cool. I bet a lot of people would like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Is that it? Is that all we got?
Did
tonight?
you overall? Did you like the season? Did you not like the
I
season?
did like the season. I thought like a lot of the twists and change and stuff. Like it sucks because it's not Big Brother that we know, but at the same time, like the Big Brother that we know has been getting fucking stale, and so I and I welcome all sorts of crazy changes. But I'm just like hoping they stay flexible to be like, well, okay, this didn't work. Let's go back to this, and also like I also hope they never change to some sort of fucking vote format because fuck that format. In my
What are you talking about?
like a fucking like America gets a vote on who they think is the best, or like who should win Big Brother. I don't know. Like I didn't.
You don't like America's favorite player?
I mean, America's favorite player is fine, but like as long as we're never ever voting for the winner of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that. That is the worst.
Well, what happens if a juror walks? That's the only backup plan. And that's the only time I can see it.
One vote is fine. That's not that much power in actuality.
Oh, you're talking about like okay, I understand.
I'm talking about like British format.
BBOTT.
Yes, exactly. Like fuck that. I'm sorry, but fuck that format. Not a fan of that.
Luckily, Morgan won.
Yeah, that's another story for another day. Love you, Morgan and Alex and Jason. I don't know. What do you think? What did you think of it?
I thought it was a good season. I thought the editing was phenomenal, given the short time frame.
Yes, huge.
Yeah, I think that the celebrities that they cast were pretty good because they actually came to play. I thought everybody was just going to be like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it seemed like a lot of them wanted to play and were playing, which I was surprised by. Yeah, I thought it was overall. I thought it was really good. I think it might have been because I had zero expectations for this season, but I also think it was just a really phenomenal season.
I think so too. I thought this one turned out really well. And it seems like it's a resounding success for everybody, I guess. Like, I hope that just because this was like going up against the Olympics, I hope this isn't like a once in 4 year thing, you know? I don't know. The problem is that
they needed something to go up against the Olympics.
What they should do, the problem is that like in the holiday season, nothing's on because no one watches TV during the holiday season. But it's like that's the perfect time where you guys could fit it in, where Big Brother people get like enough time between seasons, you know. And plus, nothing's on TV, everything's rerun, so it's like they have to try to fit it in there. I don't know.
I like the timing though.
It's good, but I mean, like every new show is on, or everyone's running reruns right now because the Olympics are on.
Well, all right. So I disagree. I think that this was a good timing because most people that watch Big Brother in America don't watch Canadian Big Brother.
Yeah.
So it's about halfway. You get like a lull, and then you got the Survivor portion. Big Brother again, Survivor, Big Brother. I think that's what they're trying to go for because
it's complete
like,
coverage.
Yeah, people like us are going to overlap. If there was an overlap between Big Brother and Survivor, I don't know how I would do it. So yeah. I like that. I like. Yeah.
Canada's gonna overlap with Survivor. Yeah, no, I agree with you totally on that front. And the thing about it is that, man, another sub, drunk ass gifted another sub to Amanda Pandy.
Shit.
Thank you so much, drunk ass. I really appreciate that. Gonna keep on talking here because can't think about stuff when I'm hearing other stuff. What I was gonna say was some bullshit. I was just gonna say some bullshit. I don't fucking remember anymore. Fuck me. Doesn't matter. Thanks anyways, drunk ass. I don't know. Oh, I remember. So online, CBS needs to sell subscriptions so that they can keep on pushing out, like, the live content keeps subscribers for every single month. Like, live content is 24/7's worth of stuff, you know? Like, it's cost effective to, like, keep on putting out. They need another season to sell those CBS subscriptions because CBS is banking on this, and so it makes sense for them because they have a full studio just set up and waiting all year long. Like, it makes sense monetarily for them to have, like, if it's not going to be another celebrity, it's going to be another over the top or something, you know? Like, they're going to do something again because they need to sell subscriptions, and that's what the fact
and if you got all that space on a CBS lot, you gotta try and do something with it. It's already made, so why not have this? I think Big Brother is one of the cheapest shows you could make.
Yep, absolutely.
Those competitions though are super expensive.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, like.
Yep. There's
50 grand each or more.
I don't fucking know. But no, you're right. Like that's why during the writer's strike in 2008, that's why we had a winter season Big Brother because it's like the cheapest to make, and you don't need script writers. Like, it's huge.
Just gotta pay editors and the electricity.
Yeah. Let's see.
What do you think this BB20 is going to be? What do you think? It's a pretty big number.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I mean, like that's why I'd lean towards them being like, oh yeah, it's some sort of All Stars or some sort of like returning cast season.
Would you be upset because we've had a lot of returning players, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they should do an all-star season. I mean, I want there to be one.
I think
everybody wants there to be one.
The problem is that, like, you need, it's season 20. Gotta have a fucking bang. Like, do something big, you know? Or, like, have something crazy. Like, it needs to be something big, I feel like. But if there's another fucking return, if there's even one returning player and all newbies, like last season, I'm gonna fucking, I probably won't watch this season. I swear to God. I say that, but like I don't say stuff like that and don't mean it. Like I probably wouldn't unless it's someone I like.
You'll watch it. Come on, man.
If it's one of my friends, I'll be like, I'm watching for sure. But like if they do another like fucking Paul or say like Josh comes back this season, I think I'm just gonna be like, nope. I'm not watching.
If it's like, just Josh.
It's just like, and this is no judgment against Josh or anything like that. To me, it's just like you have to vote with your dollar at some point. And sometimes you have to be like, well, I'm not going to fucking, like, everyone on the internet is fucking like, I'm not watching this year, but they always watch. I never say that I'm not going to watch this year and then don't watch. Like, or and then not watch. I will fucking.
You're going to let the fans of On the Block down?
Well,
Is that what you say?
I don't know. I'll be the production guy, and you have another host. You get you get a co-host. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, but still, come on, CBS, please do not fucking do that to us. Like, either do all or none.
Or half.
No, don't do half even. Because when they
that's BB Can 5 was great.
I hate that though. I just can't. I don't know. Like it's not fair to the newbies. It's never fair.
Dimitri almost won. Karen.
Yeah, but still, like, I don't know. It just it's not fun for me because then like those veterans get to set the pace of the game. They get to set everything about the game. They get to make the game they want because they have experience. And like I don't care what newbie you are, if you go against that experience right away, you're gonna get fucked over. Same with like Cody, you know, where it's like he had to go with Paul no matter what, and it's like a lot of recruits can't do that. And if we didn't have Paul, we might have seen Cody do some crazy shit, like go much further. I don't know.
I think that, there's a lot of experience. Even for me, just being in the house, like, just like getting evicted, like the warning signs of you could feel that presence in the house, and you would know if you're in trouble a lot easier than somebody where it's just their first time. So it is a little bit of an advantage, but
no, absolutely. There's a part of it where it's like you've already seen the other side of death, like you know what it looks like, so it's like there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Like, I'm saying like a bunch again, but that's the thing. I honestly feel like that's what it is. When you walk, like the scariest part of being evicted is like you don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. Like it's like death, and so like if you've already experienced death, like you go in invincible essentially, where it's like evict me. I've already been evicted once. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah. It's like if they put me in the house, I can't do any work.
Exactly. So. Exactly. Like I honestly think that's what it is. Like when you come back, you are invincible. Where it's just like, okay, evict me. I'm getting my money. I don't care. I've already done this. Like this is just a pop to my name. Like I'll either get far, or I'll go home. Both are win-win. You know. I don't know. There's something about it where it's just like it's just too unfair. I hate that shit, and I think everyone else does. Bring all veterans back or no veterans, please.
All right, Dara asks a question in the chat saying, "Who's the hottest girl in the house?" Definitely goes to
Marissa.
Adriana. Marissa.
She's hot.
Marissa?
No. Yeah, Ariadna, she's a pretty girl. But to be fair, let's say who's the hottest guy in the house?
James.
James is a pretty hot guy.
Is there even a contest?
Yeah, it's probably James. Mark McGrath, like they said, he looks like he makes a fucking great housewife. So, I mean, that dude will take care of your house, you know. So maybe Mark. Shannon, 1996. Oh, Shannon, I guess, is my girl. Shannon's still she's still hot as fuck.
But she's also, I don't know.
All right, well, let's not get too crazy. Meta. Everyone knows my affinity for black men. That's true.
BBC.
Yeah, BBC.
All right. Is there
hashtag?
I haven't even looked
hashtag BBC. Big Brother
Celebrity.
No,
we're not going to do that. All right. Is there any other questions?
Any other questions?
While people think of some questions, just vote with your Twitch Prime. Vote. Subscribe with Twitch Prime.
Yeah. And here's another thing. I was thinking about this. Me and Spencer sometimes do this. What are you watching? What are you liking? I started watching The Tick again. New episodes of The Tick came out on Amazon. So if you're an Amazon Prime user, you should definitely go check out The Tick. Great show. And also, fucking sub to my channel. Oh, we just got another subscribe. Drunk Ass is gifting the subs. Thank you so much, Drunk Ass. That's awesome.
To Dara.
Yep. Thank you for subbing. Thank you, Drunk Ass. But yeah, if you have Twitch, you can go up to the top there, link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, And you can subscribe to the channel for free. It doesn't cost you anything. It gives me money directly into my pockets, and that's what keeps this show afloat. We will be back for Canada. I remembered Canada. So, fucking on their little promo they had tonight, they were like, you will decide the fate of the house guests. So, something like...
I missed this promo. I didn't see
because
this.
you don't live in Canada, asshole.
Well, how did you watch it
I don't
then?
know. I saw it on Twitter somewhere. Someone shared it. I don't know. I'll have to get you the share link.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But they were like, it was something like, you will decide the fate of these house guests. And there was like fire behind them, and it was like a voting thing. So... like, that leads me to believe that they might be doing some sort of, like, a lot of people are being like, oh, heaven and hell house or some shit. So they might be doing, like, a split of the house right out of the get-go, a have-not sides of the house, something like that.
They always say that shit every time. They said this season of Celebrity Big Brother will have the most control ever. And I'm just like, we voted on one thing.
But think about, like... Big Brother Canada, they fucking are like, let's have another twist, and we'll have it sponsored by fucking Dodge trucks. It'll be the power shift of the year. They actually did do the power shift, I think, in season 1. But like, they always are doing fucking insane twists. Always a twist. Like, to me, I'm worried. As soon as I heard this, I was like, uh-oh, here we go. Here's another twist of the fucking second. Every second you have a twist.
Sponsored by Twistos.
Yeah. Twist one. Yeah. Goddamn Twistos.
I don't like BB Can when they do that. Like, sponsored by Oreos.
Yeah,
like,
Oreos Dunk of the Month. Yeah, something like, it's always...
They had that dunk competition. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's funny. To me, it's funny that they do those sponsorships and then they put in... like, it was a Twistos Twist of the Month, or Twistos Twist of the Week. And then, yeah, the Dodge one was the Dodge Power Shift. Like, that to me is so funny. Like, I want to know how they can fucking, like, cram another, like, pun into the game. Excited about that.
They made a new house, right, for BB Can?
It's a completely different house, different location. Don't know where it is.
That kind of excites me for the future of BB Can, because everybody was saying that, oh, 6 is going to be the last one, but if they're making a new house, they made a new house for All Stars for America, and it's been going on now for 13 plus more seasons.
Yeah.
So I think
but this is their third, or this will be their third house, I think.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think after the first season they went to a different house, and then and now they're just making a new one. I'm curious. We'll see what it looks like, especially since they'll have control to do whatever the fuck they want again. You know, like, I want to know, like, they must have some sort of insane budget up there too. Just like, we're gonna make a new fucking house. Well, yeah, but at the same time, like, they spend a lot of money on production, I think.
Yeah.
Like, they could give them more than 100 fucking thousand.
Their house is way cooler too.
Yeah,
like that.
That's where all the money goes.
Badass, man.
So cool.
Whew.
You have to get up to Canada finale.
Oh yeah, and go to the I was in my interview with I ran in because there was Dimitri and Ika, and I just as soon as they took the blindfold off, I like ran in and I'm like, holy shit, and like I was going crazy, and they were like, oh, you got to do this on camera, and I'm just like, I got to do this now, I can't keep this.
Yeah.
So everybody like online after the season, they're like, oh, he didn't even know who Ika was, and it's like, you should have seen how much I was flipping out. Like, I like picked Ika up, and then I saw Dimitri there, like, and then I jumped in his arms. I'm like,
that's so amazing. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, I love Ika. She's great. She's so great.
And then I'm like, we're going to Niagara.
You have to go to Niagara.
I got sidetracked.
No. I mean, that's pretty much it, I think. I think that's a wrap. I forgot about the little Big Brother and Canada information. I think we'll probably do a cast reveal or like some sort of like pre-episode. So look for that. We'll just post it on our Twitters. Same place, same time. I don't know if that's true, but...
Probably 9 o'clock like usual.
Yeah,
9:15.
Exactly. Sounds good to me. But yeah,
And the hottest. Someone's asking who the hottest girl of my season was. I even talked about this in finals because Jessica was right next to me the whole time.
That's funny. Excellent. All right, well, Cameron, what's your plugs?
Cameron Hurd 210 at Twitter and Instagram. Just follow me there. I'm not really an Instagram guy, but I use Twitter pretty much to talk about Survivor, Big Brother, and whatever the fuck I want to. And Survivor's coming up, so pretty excited about it.
I want to do an episode, or I want to do an episode, or doing this for Survivor, but I also don't. Yeah, we can't do one, sadly.
No, not with BB Can coming up too.
Much. Yep, too much. Unless we start raking in a bunch of money, everyone becomes subscribers. Then we might.
Yeah.
Think about it. Then
if we get like 1,000 of these.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that's the thing. If these subs start going up and stuff like that, and people really like this, I'll start doing a Patreon, and we'll like move from Twitch, and we'll make more Patreon stuff.
Basically, if drunk ass motherfucker gives us his whole bank account.
Yeah, exactly. And my plugs are gonna be go to Instagram at 36_Lynn. Check out my my stores page. I'm doing lots of crazy shit over there. Always doing some fun stuff. Yeah, Sir Don, we have to have you on the show eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe we should do an episode with him.
The problem is that I don't think they can talk anything. They can't do any press until they get evicted.
Maybe we could talk about Big Brother. No, there's still probably some rules against that.
I'm sure. Yeah, we don't even want to push it. We'll wait until the end of the season, and then we'll maybe do like a recap episode. We'll get Laurel on. She'll be our guest. She'll be that'd be fucking fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So thanks everyone. What was that?
I think you gotta talk with these people about your draft.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
it's been going through the roof.
The draft is real. We'll do a draft for Big Brother Canada. I think I might jump on and do a little bit of streaming after this. Just a little bit. We'll talk about the draft and all that stuff. So if you guys are interested, I'm gonna go offline for a second here. I'll be online in a bit after that. We'll play some video games or something. Thanks again, Cameron. This has been a fucking good season.
Dude, great season. Way better. I think we did a better job than I was expecting.
We did a better job than me and Spencer ever did. You're right. No, I think it's been fucking good, and I think I'm excited about the future. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
So on behalf of Cameron Hurd, I'm McCray Olsen. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time on the block. Take care, and let me figure out how to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.